Shalom. First of all, let's start off by giving all great honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim, or Kakadash. Double honor that teaches others in the apostle of great millstone, likewise brothers putting out this truth. Faithfully, fearlessly feeding the sheep and do brothers and sisters. Tuning in, Shalom. Today's lesson title: Neither shall any man pluck them out of my hand. And this is the Mashiach speaking about those that were chosen, to be his, the 1/3 elect of Israel, so-called blacks, the Americans, Latinos, and the speckled bird across this earth. Now, we're in a time where Jakes are hearing this message on the highway and the byway on this unicorn. But, Esau has a strong grip on the minds of our people, a strong hold on the way our people walk here in Great Babylon, America. And if Jakes have been chosen by the Lord, the Mashiach, as one of his, then Esau will not have this strong grip on our people. Let's go into the scriptures here. This is the book of Romans 10, start verse 1. It reads, Brethren, my heart's desire and prayer to power for Israel is that they might be saved. For I bear them record that they have a zeal of power, but not according to knowledge. For they being ignorant of power's righteousness, and going about to establish their own righteousness, have not submitted themselves unto the righteousness of power. And this is why you have Christianity church, have our people deeply absorbed into it. The speaking in tongues, the jumping around, the dancing, having a good time. They feel that that's spiritual. This is what Esau taught them. They pray to other gods, prominently display the picture of Caesar Borgia in their houses, in their place of worship, and completely ignorant, to the fact that the powers of the Bible, the Most High and the Son, Yahweh, by Yahweh Shai, look like the people that are being oppressed, ridiculed, murdered, raped, and ignored in this society and across this earth. They can't accept the men that look like simple so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Hispanics that are out in the highway and the byway and on this unicorn day in, day out, preaching this gospel, have been ordained and sent by the Mashiach himself, who the word ignorantly called Jesus Christ. So they go about to establish their own salvation, which is going to lead to what? Death. Let's go into 1 John 2 and start verse 15. It reads, Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh and the lust of the eyes and the pride of life, is not of the Father, but is of the world. Now, anytime you follow the ways of Esau, you're going to be proud. I can speak for it personally myself. When I was out in the world, I modeled my life, my walk, after the so-called white man. Got his education, spoke proper, my best behavior. Everything in my life was modeled after the so-called white man. And I was very proudful. And this is how people right now, currently, even in a poor state, they follow the ways of the wicked, of the proud, the arrogant beings on this earth, because they've been blinded. They love the things of this world. See, the way the world, in particular Great Babylon, America, measures your worth is through your wealth. This is why everything is lustful. This is why they would rather follow the pastor that's standing up there with a 3-piece suit, necktie, a big diamond pinky ring, got a nice car out in the parking lot, maybe several cars, big house. Spent more time preaching about where he has traveled versus giving warning to our people about the destruction of the Lord Yahweh Shemashah is going to bring upon this wicked queendom known as America. They lust after those things because what do you see on the television screen every day in the media? The so-called white man in his suit, polished, well-spoken, admired. That is the image of great men at the current time that we live in right now. But in reality, the great men are the ones that's dressed in sackcloth, that's bringing out this gospel and this truth. But we are not the image of the worldly success that Jakes desire. And keep in mind, they treated Yahweh Shai the exact same way. He didn't come almighty and powerful. They expected the king to come inside the almighty and powerful. Well, you're going to get your wish. He's going to come back mighty and powerful, all right. And the whole world is going to tremble, and it's not going to be a good day, good month, or good year, or good century for the inhabitants of this earth who are not part of the elect. Let's continue on in the book of Matthew 26 and with verse 41. It reads, "Watch and pray, that ye not enter into temptation. The spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak." We get challenges. We get challenges. Keep in mind, if you've been in this for 5-10 years, there's still that residual memory of what you were before, whether you were a success, according to the standards of Great Babylon America, or whether you were a failure, or in between, or whatever, your ups and downs, whatever the case is like that. But we're still surrounded with those same people that remember who we were back then. They see our transformation right now, and a place like this is always a game to try to get you. This is why Esau has been able to go. See, they watch us. They know which group to go to that they could pull back. They did it with IUIC, ISUPK. They did it with Wi-Fi and on and on and on, where they were able to pull them back. Hey, look, don't leave all of this. This is what you can get right now. You can get all of this. But keep in mind, we're going to John 10 and start verse 24. It reads, "Then came the Jews round about him and said unto him, How long dost thou make us doubt? If thou be the Mashiach, tell us plainly." How much more plain could he speak? Yeah, he spoke in parables, but there were those that could understand what he was saying. How is it that we understand these scriptures? Let's continue. It says, "Yahushua answered them, I told you, and you believe not. The works that I do in my Father's name, they bear witness of me." So he didn't come on his own. He came and represent his Father, Yahweh. This wasn't about him. He was doing the work of his Father, just like how we are doing the work of the Mashiach, because we have to go through him to get to the Father. It's just that simple. Okay? "But ye believe not, because ye are not of my sheep, as I said unto you. My sheep hear my voice, and I know them, and they follow me." See that? Lord willing, we are his sheep to the end. Okay? "And I give unto them eternal life, and they shall never perish, neither shall any man pluck them out of my hand," which is the title of this lesson. So if you're Yahushai's, you know Esau cannot persuade you mentally or physically. This is the reason why we were told not love our life, okay, and stand our ground even to death, and we will get a crown of life. So it's a win-win situation for us, and they know it. They know exactly which men they cannot tamper with. Esau is not going to attempt to tamper with us. And when I say us, we are the Church of Great Millstone. Put it that way. Whether you're a full member or what is known as affiliate. My Father, which gave them me, is greater than all, and no man is able to pluck them out of my Father's hand. See that? So who gave Yahushai the elect? The Father. No one is above the Father. No one is above Yahweh. So Esau cannot get those that were given to him. Impossible. Let's go to the book of Proverbs 29, start verse 23 reads, "A man's pride shall bring him low, but honor shall uphold the humble in spirit. Whoso is partner with a thief hated his own soul, he heareth cursing and berated not." Our people, particularly men that know who they are, Hebrew Israelites, go then intentionally falsify the doctrine, preach incorrect doctrine, keep our people astray. They hate their own soul. They partner with the thief. The thief is Esau, the Edomite, the so-called white man. He steals your soul, your life. "The fear of man bringeth a snare, but whoso putteth his trust in the Lord Yahweh Shai shall be safe." We don't fear Esau, we fear the Lord Yahweh Shai, because what? He controls everything. He's the one that gave us to Yahweh Shai. So we don't fear Esau. "Many see the ruler's favor, but every man's judgment cometh from the Lord Yahweh Shai." Not Esau. He can execute it, but the judgment comes from the Lord Yahweh Shai. The Lord Yahweh Shai, who the word ignorantly called God and Jesus, decides how you're going to perish. A horrible death? You really was a wicked MF, so to speak. "An unjust man is an abomination to the just, and he that is upright is in the way is an abomination to the wicked." So when you take a look at this here, what do you see? See Esau, they love Jake to be tattooed, wicked, whatever the case is like that. Yeah, a lot of us have tattoos. I have tattoos. We didn't know any better. But you know what they hate the most? You know who's an abomination? The men that stand boldly and proclaim this gospel is true. Because we're righteous, we're an abomination to them. And guess what? Vice versa, they're an abomination to us. So this has been, neither shall any man pluck them out of my hand. If you're part of the elect, this man can't get you. It's just that simple. Lord willing, the elect was edified at the close of my giving all great honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. Shalom.